At 10, 1 year was 10% of your entire life. At 50, just 2%. And that sounds like a perfect answer. Clean, mathematical, extremely shareable. Tiny problem. The evidence refuses to cooperate. Your brain is not sitting there with a tiny percentage ruler. And age alone does not speed up everyday time nearly as much as people assume. Researchers once asked 1,865 people, ages 16 to 80, how fast their last week, month, year, and decade had gone. For most of those questions, age barely changed the answer. The big exception? People felt that the previous 10 years had flown. So this is not just an aging clock hiding inside your head. It is really a story about two different kinds of time. There's the time you feel while something is happening, and the time your memory rebuilds afterward. Weirdly, those two clocks can run in opposite directions. Sit in a quiet waiting room and stare at the clock. Suddenly, each second seems personally committed to annoying you. Now spend an afternoon completely absorbed in a project. You look up, the sun is gone, and apparently Tuesday happened. Psychologists use fancy labels, perspective time and retrospective time. In normal language, how long it feels now versus how long it looks when you remember it later. And that creates a very strange rule. A day can feel slow, then look tiny in memory. Routine makes this especially easy to see. Picture 30 commutes. Same road, same desk, same slightly dead expression. Your brain looks at 30 nearly identical stories and says, absolutely not. One folder, label at work, done. A related process is called chunking. Basically, your brain creates mental zip files. In 3 experiments involving 324 people, participants nudged to chunk their past year, said it had passed faster. More bundles meant fewer visible boundaries. And fewer boundaries made the year look shorter from the future. Older research about context change points in a similar direction. More noticeable change can make an interval feel larger in memory. But novelty is not a magic handbrake for time. More recent research made the simple routine story considerably messier. Even a year packed with growth can feel like it vanished. Science has once again ruined a beautifully simple internet answer. Another important clue is the feeling of being rushed. One study compared time pressure and time perception in 868 people. Those who felt more rushed also reported faster weeks and months. Remember, pressure tracked how quickly the previous decade seemed to pass. So crowded attention can hide duration while you live it. Then broad memory folders compress it after the fact. Growing older changes the shape of your life. But age itself is not holding the stopwatch. So, can you slow life down? Not literally. And a permanently slow Tuesday sounds awful. A better goal is to give your memory more boundaries. Change a route. Start a tiny project. Actually mark the end of season. Write down one concrete detail from each day. None of this guarantees a slower feeling life, but it may stop 3 months becoming one gray folder called stuff. And yes, there's a trade-off. A great day may fly while you are inside it, then feel surprisingly big when you look back. The clock never changed. Attention shaped the present. Memory shaped the past. You cannot add hours to life, but you can give those hours more edges.